Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We are the Hatch Homes Group, and today we are going to talk about our tips for keeping our buyers sane and to get them to succeed in this market that we are in. We're going to be in this market for the foreseeable future with a very, very low inventory. There's a lot of things we got to do to get you into a house. So, first, before we get into our tips, let's talk about market flow.
So yeah, the market flow, this is typically not obviously every house, but definitely that, the hot market side. We're seeing homes come on like towards the end of the week, Thursday to Friday, and then open houses and a lot of cram showings in there Saturday and Sunday. And then oftentimes an offer deadline of Sunday night or Monday morning even.
Yeah. And
well, so just to go back to that, so that market flow is, like that means that we have a 30-minute time slot within the 4 to 5 days to go see the house as a buyer, right? So like that can be, and to write an offer. So that can be kind of daunting. You've seen the house for 30 minutes. So it's doable though. And it's doable, especially if you follow these tips.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's important to mention that this isn't happening with every property, but it is happening with most high demand properties.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So tip number one is setting up a buyer consultation with a realtor that you can trust, with one of us. Give us a call. And this is where we'll talk about the market and your price range and what to expect within that, and how the flow of the market is going for that specific price range for what you're looking for. And also just going through the entire process of buying and really setting up for success with the process of buying, what you can expect as you move through every aspect. So you're prepared ahead of time and really getting your mindset around it, because yeah, like Angela said, that 30-minute time slot to see a house that you're going to live in can be pretty daunting. So if you have kind of this expectation going into that and knowing that, and then we dial it in as to what exactly you're looking for, that's a really good way to set yourself up for success.
Yeah. And we found that this isn't just for first-time home buyers, like seasoned home buyers. Like, we do this every day. Most people do it every maybe 10 years. So like, even if you have bought a house before, going through the process, like kind of understanding, maybe you bought in another state, there's differences. So going through that process, like going through reminding yourself what you're going to have to pay for inspections, what inspections do we suggest you do, all those things, they really, really help. And this process of buying just we're able to hear what you want to buy, what your goal is. And we most likely worked with another buyer that had a similar goal. So we can really help give you perspective. Okay, we had a client that was looking for the same thing, similar price point. This is their experience. So we can just kind of give you that, background that really helps you figure out, okay, this is what I could reasonably expect from this whole process.
Exactly.
And going through that first, we've had so many buyers that have said, I'm not going to buy for a while. But yes, let's meet. That's great. We'll meet with you, even if you're going to buy next year. We still want to do a consult, but I can tell you that a lot of people, we do this consultation and they're like, okay, I'm ready to buy now.
Exactly. It gives a sense of relief and okay, this is great. I think I am ready, more ready than I thought.
Clarity is power.
Yeah.
So next.
Yeah. Financial preparation, super important. Bearing in mind that narrow time frame we've got for high demand listings, we need to have pre-approval. In the old days, we used to maybe not bother having a pre-approval, and we had a pre-qualification where the lender looked at or just verbally looked at your situation and gave you a pre-qualification. That's not good enough these days. We need a solid pre-approval, need to be ready to act fast. And also, a good lender will help the realtor by speaking to the listing agent or the seller to reassure them of their approval worthiness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're part of our negotiation team. A good lender is.
Yeah.
I think that's really important to note is your representation. I mean, there's a lot of lenders, there's a lot of realtors, just like there's a lot of, I don't know, salespeople, but they're not all the same. And having like the good rapport with them, making sure they're professional, and really communication is so important. And that goes hand in hand with your lender and your realtor and your lender. They need to have a good communication system.
They also need to help you be realistic, because interest rates are going up. So if you are pre-approved, if you choose your lender based on what they pre-approved you at with your interest rate, like just question that. You want to make sure that whatever lender you're working with is going to also give you, like, maybe pre-approve you at a higher interest rate right now, so you can feel comfortable with those higher number. Obviously, like, we want to, you want to get the lowest interest rate, but like, you need to be realistic. Interest rates are going up. If you decide to buy in 6 months, get pre-approved for that 6 month, like, estimated higher interest.
Yeah. And remember that the interest rate isn't locked until you are in contract and through a little bit more of the process. And your lender can walk you through all of that as well, and what to expect on their side, which is also part of that financial preparation. Just getting your ducks in a row is really key.
Yeah. Knowing what your down payment is, knowing what your closing cost is, very important.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next step is go see houses. That's the fun part, right? That's like the best part. And we do recommend that you see at least 5 houses. You can go to open houses, or you can come tour them with us. It's super fun. And I really feel like you learn so much about like what you initially thought you wanted. And then you go see what's available in that price range, and you see them, and it may shift around a little bit. You might decide that, oh yeah, you really don't need a fireplace, but it would be nice to have that. But it's not like a need, it's like really, it's just such a good learning experience. And that's why we recommend seeing 5. And I mean, you're looking at them online a lot. I mean, everybody is, right? Like, that's so easy to just scroll through the pictures. Pictures can be deceiving. But also it gives you that sense of, okay, I do want to see that. So going in person, getting the feel of the house, and then just remembering, that it's a process. And
I think the realtor's got an important role to play here as well in helping their clients rationalize different features. And also the realtor can look at the market, how this home, what it's going to be like in 5 years, 10 years time when they sell it. The importance
also being able to say, hey, we've seen homes like this before, they go fast and they go for this much, or hey, we've seen a house like this and this is overpriced. Like, so just to give you a perspective of like,
Exactly. And you go see at least 5. We can talk about them. We can talk about what you like and don't like about each one, and there's no pressure. So that way, when you come across the one, it's not as daunting, and you're seeing these other ones probably have already sold. So you're going to see this pattern yourself, and you're going to be like, oh, wow. Okay. And then you're going to be able to make that decision.
Exactly. These are the no pressure. Let's just go see what's out there.
The first day out doesn't necessarily mean that's the day you have to buy a house. For some people, it's easy to make that decision. I've definitely had clients that I show them 5 houses in one day, and they write an offer on one and they get it.
Yeah.
But then I have people who we have to see several more. But just, it's your process, and we respect that. And that's what we want to help prepare you with. So when you're ready to write that, you know what you're going to have to do. So we recap your strategy and then write your offer.
Yeah. And I talk about this a lot too, just with buyers, because, like we there's certain things that we know you could do to get the house, right? And when we do our buyer consult, we go through those. These are the boxes you want to check. And this is how we have this experience. This is, we kind of build that trust with our clients in that consultation, so that when it comes to writing the offer, they trust us in the sense of, these are the things you got to do. Now, if you say like, Angela, I like this house a lot. I would love it for this price, but it's just not worth this price to me. Okay, great. So we're going to write the offer based on your, like, what you feel comfortable with and what you would be excited about. If you tell me, hey, I want this house, what do I have to do? I'll do it. Then we can turn up the dial on every single term that we know how to turn up. And that is most likely you'll get the house. But if you don't turn up that dial because you're just like not all in, as long as you know that somebody else probably will. So like, as long as you know that and you're like, okay, well, this house is worth this to me. Let's go for it. Great. Let's go for it. You never know. What's that saying? You miss 100%
shots you don't
of
take.
the shots you don't take.
Means
So
like-
let's do it and get feedback on that. But what we don't want is for us to say, hey, like you didn't get it and it went for this price, and you go like, oh, I would have done that.
Exactly.
Like we don't want that. So there's a lot of ways we can help you through that process and give you that strategy to write a winning offer. And I think we have 5 buyer sales in contract right now, and 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 of them where our buyers got their offer on the first try. Doesn't happen with everyone because you got to make sure you're turning up the dial where you can, or every buyer's different, but we know the strategy. And
you've got an amazing track record.
Yeah,
we got a good track record, guys.
We can help you stay sane throughout it as well. Like, no pressure. I mean, give us a call. We'll help you succeed and set up a strategy with you based on what you want, your goals, and our experience.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching today, and reach out with any questions.
Okay, see ya.